Well, Tanner, how ready do you feel this week for this opportunity that you possibly will get on Sunday?
Super excited. Feel very ready, very prepared. Getting a ton of reps this week, which has been awesome. Just with our guys, feel like we have a good game plan. Just honestly really excited to go out and play football. I don't think anything's different, as far as preparation standpoint or anything like that, but just go out and play ball.
I know you had mentioned that Saturday night when you had a good idea that you were going to get some playing time, going through the playbook a lot more. Do you approach this week any differently? I know you said preparation is kind of the same, but knowing that you most likely are going to be the starter, does it change anything at all?
Yeah, I think the night before I'm going to have the wristband. I'm going to be walking through in the hotel room. You definitely just like getting the calls, and we've had extra meetings with the guys. Sitting in with the centers and getting their calls and watching practice together and things like that, just so we're all on the same page. I probably will do a couple more walkthroughs, just me personally. But as far as my film preparation, I feel like I have been doing a pretty good job throughout the year and want to continue with that process. So I don't overthink things, and I'm just, I'm consistent with what I see.
I don't know if you had time to reflect, because I'm sure it's a busy week, but just as you do make your first, presumably NFL start, who would you look at that's really helped you over these last 2 years to get you ready for this kind of moment?
Wow.
I know, big question.
Well, there's just been so many people that have helped me get to the point that I am. I mean, that's a tough question. I'm going to go to just the QB room, just, all being on the same page with, Nuss and Kellen and Nick, and just, we're all, the QB room, we're all talking just ideas of hey, what do you think about this footwork? What do you think about this read? And just bouncing ideas off each other, I feel like have been great. And just all of us preparing like we are the starter, preparing like we're going to play, and then being supportive of each other, that whoever's out there. I feel like we have a really good thing going, and we're going to keep that going this game and into the playoffs.
Can you talk a little bit about how everybody had so much confidence in you from the minute you stepped on the field last week?
Yeah, it's been great. We have an unbelievable team. I feel like everybody kind of has that mentality of next man up, just because it was my first snap in an NFL game. Everybody expected us to move the ball and to score and to win the game, and so that was kind of the expectation that everybody had, and that's great. It's a great place to be, as a team, as a person that it was my first game. Just to everybody have that confidence and have that expectation was great, and builds confidence for yourself to go out and perform.
In the way you approach leadership, is there anybody that you draw experience from in order to lead, command the huddle and lead the offense?
It's a good question. I don't know if there's anyone specifically. I've always heard, and I kind of just lead in your own way. Still be you. Don't try to be somebody that you're not. But at the quarterback position, it is you do have to be a little bit more vocal if you're a quiet guy. Or there are some things that you have to do a little bit different. But if you're not a Super Bowl, you don't have to go out and give 10-minute speeches to everybody if that's not your thing. If that is your thing, that's great. But just kind of be you. If you're a supportive guy, if you're whatever that is in your capacity. So I feel like I try to take that approach of just, being myself, being with the guys. And that's kind of how I try to lead when I'm out there.
I know this is a really unique week, and I think outside this building, people would say, oh, this game doesn't mean much. But to you, I know it means everything. And talking to really the offensive line, the starters that might not play, you can tell how dialed in they are to make sure you guys are ready. What has that meant to you guys this week?
Yeah, it's huge. Just having those guys giving us great looks. We have a lot of our guys that have been giving them good looks throughout the whole year, so it's really nice to have them, return the favor for some of the guys that are going to be playing that haven't been playing. We have Landon and Lane and those guys, being the edge rusher for the week or whatever it is. And so it's awesome. It's fun. They're giving great looks. They're giving those guys tips. I'm getting tips from the quarterbacks. And so it is great. We are just, all in this, as a unit, which is really cool.
I got to ask, Mormon Missile, I thought was a well-known nickname. Johnny Wilson did not know that was your nickname.
Okay.
Is that a big building nickname? Or?
I haven't heard that a ton referring to me, but I appreciate the compliment by Jordan. So, yeah, I thought it was pretty funny.
So he's never called you that before?
He might have. I wouldn't say that's a consistent nickname for me, but he might have once or twice.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
We've obviously seen Tanner McKee a lot this season. Just the opportunity that he has this week. What do you think the feelings are in the building about that?
It's gonna be big for Tanner, but he's prepared for moments like this. He goes through the same process as all the other quarterbacks when they're here, and he's always been locked in, since the first day I got here. And I think it would just be, a great opportunity for him this weekend.
And I know Jordan Mailata kind of said the secret's out about the Mormon Missile, the nickname.
Mormon Missile, that's crazy.
You never heard the nickname before?
I haven't heard that, no. That's a good one, though. I like it.
I thought it was like a well-known nickname, but did you know he had that capability to come out and plug and play like we saw him play last week?
Oh yeah, I mean, I've seen Tanner play, since he was back in high school, and we both in California, so seeing him make those plays even from then and then in college, he's prepared for moments like this. It's nothing new to him. It's just go out there and do the same thing he's been doing. Just attacking the process same way.
And this is a really unique week where Sarah has said some starters aren't going to play as you guys are gearing up for the playoffs, but you can, especially talking to the offensive line, you can tell how much this week means to those guys to make sure you are ready to play on Sunday. Have you noticed that support so far in the building?
Oh, definitely. I mean, the vets, older guys, they've been trying to help in any way they could, and through the walkthroughs and practice, they're not taking any, time off, and they're trying to help us in any way. And AJ, Devontae, doing the same thing. So.
Thank you, Johnny.